Hello, hello. It's about 1 minute till the hour, and I wanted to hop on here because I know it takes Facebook a little bit to send notifications out. But if you're joining us live, I wanted to say a big hello and welcome to Conquer the Clutter. Who is excited? Oh, I can't wait to share with you guys why I decided to start this boot camp in June. So if you are joining us live, you can say hello as you come in. I know it takes a little bit for live people to join, but I know most of you will probably be watching this as a replay. So I'm going to jump right in. My name is Lydia Martin, and I decided to get this Conquer the Clutter boot camp going in June for a lot of different reasons. And the big reason is I feel your pain. I have been a clutter monster for a very long time. You know, we're all born with different gifts. I did not naturally get the gift of organization, and for many years had my own business. Hey, Rihanna, welcome. And in having my own business, having 3 kids, you know, living in a house for 14 years, everything piled up. I used to share an office with my husband and my kids' playroom. So it was one big room, and honestly, there was stuff everywhere. And it was so cluttering to my mind, my soul. It was so stressful. I know a lot of you guys can probably relate to this. And so I discovered something a few years ago. My passion is definitely digital organization because I love digital tools. That's what I do for a living. I'm a digital strategist and trainer with Step Into Success. And I love helping people learn how to use tools that will help them in their life and in their business. Yes, I have friends in this group who used to come over to my office so they can testify on how awful and non-decluttered it was. So things have really changed since I have learned how to use tools like Evernote, Google Drive. A lot of these tools you guys said that you're already using, which is awesome. But I think it really helps for accountability and motivation to learn from others and find out what tips and tricks that they use to declutter their life. So welcome everybody. I see a bunch of you on here. Honestly, just being together as a group, guys, is going to be so motivating and encouraging because we're all going to be in this together. And this is a total judgment-free zone. And that's why I encourage you all to post a before picture. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and post a before picture of any spot in your home that you just would love to see decluttered, a workspace, maybe it's your car, whatever the case may be. Hey, guys. But take that before picture because, you know, it's very motivating when you can see your progress. And our goal in this boot camp is between June 13th, when we kick things off, until June 29th. I'm going to be sharing 15 tips with you guys, real quick, practical things that you can apply right away just to help start this decluttering process. So if you have been struggling with how to go paperless, and some people tell me, you know, I don't want to go paperless. What does paperless even mean? You know, some of you love your paper calendar. That's how you run your life, your business. When I say paperless, I don't mean necessarily get rid of all paper, but I mean learn how to strategically store information in a cloud-based system that you can find things easily, that you can access from any device, anywhere. And I'm just here to tell you, when you accomplish this, it just automatically helps you declutter your workspace because all those piles of paper will now disappear. So I'm so glad to see you guys. Who's excited? Who is ready to like seriously put the pedal to the metal and start making some changes? I'm sure we can all share stories of those frustrating moments where we were trying to look for a warranty or, you know, maybe some contact information for a lead from our business. And we're like, what Post-it note is it on? I mean, it's just a lot. We all have a lot going on. So I'm going to give you guys a few tips on things you can do between now and June 13th when we're getting started, okay? Sandra says I'm scared. Listen, guys, if you are not feeling overwhelmed, then it's not normal because for most of us, being overwhelmed is why we haven't decluttered so far. So we don't want to think about the overall big picture just yet. We're going to break it down into very, very simple steps. And each day tackle that one simple step. So that's what we're going to work on. And if you guys can just stick with me, you're going to want to come to this group page every day between June 13th and June 29th, except Sundays. I probably won't broadcast on Sundays, but in between that time, I'm just going to share a simple practical thing that you can do to help declutter all of those piles of paper in your home. So here we are. We're going to give you some tips on things you can do between now and June 13th. Now, a lot of you already said that you're already using some sort of digital online tool, but most of you, there's a huge group of you that said I basically use 100 folders on my desktop, or I use nothing at all. So if you do not have a system that you are already using and totally believe in, I recommend jumping into Evernote. I've been using Evernote for over 2 years now. It has transformed my life, my business, helped me completely clear the paper monster off of my workspace. And I'm just telling you, it's something I highly recommend jumping into. So if you're brand new, I just wanted to give you some steps to getting started. After this broadcast lives on the page, once we're done, I'm going to post a few links with it. One will be how to get started with an Evernote account if you're brand new. And this is a link that gives you a free month of premium. So if you would never tried Evernote, you'll want to sign up with that link. If you already have Evernote installed and you're like, I have it, I don't know what to do with it, I'm going to help you there too. I need a deadline. Okay, I love it. So some of you are saying, if you can fix me, it's amazing. So I do want to give a few disclaimers too. We are not going to be able to fix everything in 15 days, but we're going to make significant progress. I can guarantee it. And I'm looking forward to seeing those after pictures. Okay. I do not claim to be the organizing master at all, but there are some very practical things that I've learned digitally that I think are going to be huge, mind-blowing moments. But I'm saving those for the boot camp, so I'm not going to give those today. But definitely get Evernote installed on your desktop. You're actually going to download it to your desktop, get it, all the apps added to your devices. Okay. And that's where we're going to start, because as we go through all these different tips, I want you to have a place for your paper and your information, your reminders, everything that goes through your head, your to-do list, to have a place to live. And if you already have a place that's working for you, I always tell people, don't change something that's working. But if you're here because you are desperate for a new solution, an all-in-one tool, Evernote is highly what I recommend. That's where I would recommend starting. Now, we will not, and I'm going to try to go back through some of these questions. I see you guys asking some questions. The thing is about once you have Evernote installed, we're not going to be able to take this 2 weeks to describe how to use Evernote. I want you guys to just jump right from now till then, digging in and understanding what it is. And I did post it in the description, but I have an Evernote course that I offer through Step into Success. It's only $39. Most Evernote courses on the market are $99, $197. I've seen them as up as $497. But for $39, if you are serious about decluttering your workspace and your mind, this is going to be the best. I'm going to share the link in the post once this broadcast is done. But that is where I would start if you have never used Evernote and you need help. You're wondering what the big deal is, how to set up notebooks and notes. We're not going to spend time in the boot camp going over those basics. So if you can learn that ahead of time, when you get my tips in boot camp, it's going to be a marriage made in heaven, and everything's going to come together for you so that by the end of June, you are going to be rocking and rolling with this thing. Okay, so it says, I know a lot of people, and I'm going to tell you, I used Evernote for 6 months, and I honestly didn't get it. I didn't understand the magic of it, why everyone was so excited about it. It didn't, and I have a very digital, technical brain, and still did not get it for 6 months. I now teach hundreds of business owners the magic of this system and how it can work for them. But I am going to be doing this boot camp for everyone, not just for business owners, because this is for homeschooling parents, anybody that is in charge of a PTA or volunteers or works for their church. Whatever you do, we all have documents and information that needs to be stored in one place that we want to get to. And that's what this course is going to be all about. And if I don't get to your questions on this broadcast, I'll be sure to go back on here. So I love it. Very, very common to not get Evernote at first, but I'm just here to tell you guys, if you hang in with me in this boot camp, you are going to be amazed. I'm going to be teaching you how to store everything from online information to all those piles of paper. Now there's a couple other things I do recommend as far as equipment. If you're really serious about decluttering, and I'm going to kind of use, I got my phone on my tripod, but let me see if I can flip it. I have a couple other pieces of equipment that I feel are must-haves. First of all, who has one of these guys? Everyone needs a shredder, okay? So make sure you have your shredder and a very large trash can because I'm going to be going through with you guys simple, it'll seem simple, but so practical, it's going to be revolutionary. I'm going to show you how to go through your mail, okay, when it comes in your house. I'm going to talk to you about passwords. I'm going to talk to you about tax documents and receipts and door prize slips and how I go basically from all of that to make sure my trash can, my shredder, and this last item are used to keep that paper from coming in. Okay, so besides a shredder and a trash can, which I know most of you probably already have, this is the other piece of equipment I recommend. Now you have some options here, and again, I'll post them once the broadcast is over, but this is my Scan Snap. You will need some sort of scanning option. Now, this obviously is equipment that you purchase. Scanners range anywhere from, I'd say, $100 to up to $450, $500 that you can use. You would obviously want one that is compatible with Evernote, so it puts the information right into Evernote. I'll share the link to 3 scanners that I recommend. It depends on what your needs are. This one's right in the mid-range, about $250. And you may not be ready to invest in this yet. You may want to start off with Evernote's free scanning app. And that's another great option. There's an app called Scannable, and that gives you the ability to take pictures of paper, and it basically creates a kind of a nice PDF type document that also will save to Evernote. So if you're not ready to invest in a scanner, that's fine. You can totally participate in this boot camp by using a scannable app or maybe your printer scanner that you have. But I will tell you, when I show you how this thing works in action during boot camp, you will understand how I was able to conquer the paperwork monster because this baby will scan in pages and pages of information for me in seconds. So we'll go over that, but the scanner in your printer is okay, but there will be a lot more steps if it's not compatible with Evernote. I literally have no steps. I hit a button and it instantly goes to all of my Evernote files. So you guys can try out what you already have, see if it works for you, and then if not, decide at the end of boot camp if a scanner is something you want to invest in. But I will tell you from personal experience, it's changed everything for me. So just a quick review, if you just joined us, you definitely want to have an Evernote account. Start learning how to use Evernote if you haven't already. I'll post the link to my course. Definitely get a shredder, trash can, and scanner or scanning app because those 3 things are what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to be going over not only things like mail, but like what do you do with warranties? How do you organize your passwords? Okay, there's not just physical clutter that we deal with every day, there's digital clutter. So that's what I'm here to help with in boot camp. So let me see if I missed any questions here. I love the Scan app. So a lot of you already are using the app. Maybe you're ready to upgrade. A lot of you have shredders. That's good. Honestly, guys, seriously, just being in this group together is going to be so motivating because we're going to learn from each other as well. Not only will I be sharing tips, but you guys can obviously chime in and share things that work for you as we go through each process. I'm also going to be going over all the things to do with your kids' artwork projects, their report cards. I mean, how much paper comes into your house from your children or your spouse's work or whatever the case may be. So we're going to be going over all these things in boot camp. Okay, so who is excited? Now, if you're excited, you know there's going to be a lot to do. Feel free to invite your friends to this group. It is completely free to join. And I will encourage you to invite them by sharing either a post from our group. Our group is public, so if you share any post from our group, they will see it. Or you can share the URL at the top. Either way, I always prefer inviting people to join the group rather than just adding them automatically. I just think that's good common courtesy. We want everybody to be here who wants to be here. But if you are in a direct sales business or you work with a team or maybe you're in a homeschool group, you have lots of people I know that would benefit from something like this. And doing it together as a group is going to make it even that more fun. So I'm so glad you guys are excited. Yes, we're going to be talking about receipts, statements. Michelle says, I'm enlisting my husband to do this. Listen, this is a team effort. For most of us, cluttering is not just one person in the home. Everyone kind of has to be on board. And if you can get your significant others on board to learn this process as we go through boot camp, it's going to be so beneficial. And another thing that's going to be great is, even though I'm going to be posting a tip a day over that 15, 17 day time period, if you miss a day, it's okay, because everything we post will live in the group. So you can come back and get caught up. And I would love for you guys to be engaged as we go through and do all the steps. If it's working for you, if you've gotten it completed, you can mark done, and you guys are going to feel so accomplished for getting all this done. And we're all going to be encouraging each other and then posting those after pictures at the end. Yes, so I know some of you may be out of town. It's totally fine. You just jump in. We're going to make sure the content stays on this page that you can access at any time. But I hope that answers some of the questions you may have been having. I know some of you are already great at organizing physical space, but you need help in the digital space. And so I'm not only going to be talking about Evernote. I have a lot of apps, online tools, third-party tools that are going to help you. Some of them that I just discovered over the last week or two. I'm actually in the process of getting Evernote certified, and it's a very involved process that I'm loving, and I'm learning even more content that I can bring to you guys. Lots of tips and tricks that you guys are going to love. So, all right. Well, I just want to say a big hello. I want to say a welcome, encourage you guys to invite whoever you would like to join this boot camp. Get ready to join us on June 13th. If you have any questions I didn't cover in this little welcome, feel free to post them in the comments, and I will answer them as soon as I can. But do as much as you can between now and June 13th, okay? Like, one thing I can also encourage you, I've been looking at a lot of the pictures of your offices. There's a lot in your offices I know that aren't normally items that should be in your office. So if you have items in your office that are not paperwork or shouldn't really live there, that's what I would work on now, getting that stuff out so you can totally focus on what's already going to stay in your workspace. And I'm going to help you get through all those paperwork piles. So I'm so excited. Yay! We're going to have a great together. Thanks for all the likes and the hearts. I love it. I'm glad you guys are excited. I know your teams are going to love it. Many of you guys are top leaders with your companies. Your teams will get so much out of this. And when you collaborate as a team with Evernote, the possibilities are even greater, because you guys are going to be able to share information, tools with each other. It's going to be mind-blowing. So you guys will love it. So I will be putting a bunch of links as soon as this broadcast is over. So you'll get the link to sign up for Evernote if you've never used it. Link to my course so you can start learning how it works. Listening to that course, you guys, is going to make so much more sense when we go to boot camp. Because I won't be able to answer a lot of those kind of questions on how Evernote works. I want to jump in so you can start using it. And that's what the boot camp's going to be. And then I'll also post some of the other links that we just talked about. But welcome again, and thanks so much for joining into the live broadcast if you're here. And if you're listening to the replay, we're thrilled to have you guys. Stay tuned. June 13th is going to be here before you know it. So get as prepared as you can so that we can rock this out together. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Bye.